Hey, what is up guys? Take the shot here, and I've got another Advanced Warfare gameplay for you guys today, and this is gonna be in the classic playlist, which doesn't have any of the EXO abilities, so no double jump or like speed boost or anything like that. This is basically like the old Call of Duties basically, and I want to give you guys some I don't know if it's gonna be my final opinions about the game, but my you know, how I see things now that I have sort of figured everything out and understand how everything works for the most part in the game. And I want to kind of give you guys, I don't know, some more thoughts on the game. So, first thing I was really surprised about coming into this game type was the fact that the maps actually play fairly well, I guess, or as well as Call of Duty maps can play. You know, because Call of Duty makes pretty bad maps with bad spawns and stuff like that. But overall, they play well. Like, I thought it would be dumb to play this game type because I was like, there won't be any cover, and you know, we won't be able to access a lot of the map. But that's just not the case. The fact of the matter is, there's a lot of ladders to get up and around the map. There's lots of cover here. You know, you see these barrels and like broken walls and stuff like that. All of the stuff which you wouldn't use that much if the EXO abilities were in the game. And so what I'm starting to think more and more as I play this game is the fact that I think the EXO abilities were added at the last second. I think that the EXO abilities weren't, like, they didn't know they were going to be in the game when they were making these maps, when they were, you know, just designing everything pretty much about the game. And I think what happened is they saw the success of Titanfall and they said, hey, you know, our game's in the future, why don't we add, you know, these abilities into the game to make it seem more futuristic and to basically copy Titanfall. You know, I don't really have a whole lot of, you know, proof of that, but like I said, just the way that the maps play seem like they're actually meant for this. And I think that what they should have done is they should have made this the main portion of the game. All of the playlists don't have EXO abilities, and then you can go to these little bonus playlists and play with these EXO abilities, and it's kind of cool, and you can play for a few games, and then, you know, you come back and play the normal game. I think that that's definitely what they should have done, because ultimately you can play these game types, but I'm just kind of, you know, facing the fact that people aren't going to play these for very long. There's going to be a lot more players on the other playlists, and you know, I mean, I can do whatever I want, obviously, but I generally like to play what other people are playing so that I can kind of compare myself. But anyways, I think that this game was rushed. I think that it's not a very well put together game. There's some cool features with it. I like the kill streaks and how you can customize them and stuff, but for the most part they kind of just ripped off Black Ops 2. They didn't, you know, they just took Black Ops 2 and didn't make a whole lot of changes to it. And there's a lot of stuff that, you know, you could say they, you know, attributed to other games, but I would say they just copied, you know. And it's not very original. And personally, I think that the game just doesn't play very well. It plays a lot better in this normal game type, because when you add the double jump into, you know, as a factor, it kind of ruins everything. When everybody can get across the map in a few seconds, objective-based game types are just going to become extremely hectic, as well as team deathmatch. But, you know, games like Momentum, which is basically war, is completely unplayable because there's no, I mean, people pretty much just die and then they run back to the flag in a couple of seconds, and you get killed over and over and over again, and everybody just, you know, exchanges kills. And it just, personally, I really don't like that type of gameplay. I think those are the types of games that really, you know, piss people off, because they keep on dying over and over and over again. And basically, I just try to play the game types that slow the game down the most, like team deathmatch, maybe even kill confirmed, because it just gets way too crazy in these objective game types, because it's just way too easy for people to get across the maps. It ruins any sort of map flow. And yes, the spawns are terrible in this game, but ultimately there's nothing that you can really do about the spawns, no matter how good they are, when people can get across the map in 5 seconds. I mean, it doesn't really matter where they spawn, you know. So I don't know. I don't want to be too negative about the game, because obviously this is the game that we have to play for the next year. But at the same time, I really don't think this game did a whole lot of things right, and I really do tribute Sledgehammer to that. I think that Sledgehammer is a large part of, you know, a lot of the bad things from Modern Warfare 3. They're not very good at balancing things. The guns are really unbalanced in this game. There's only a few usable guns, and a lot of the guns are just, I mean, they're just bad. You know, like the ECM is like this, you know, laser type of LMG, and it just doesn't kill people. You know, like it takes like 4 shots to kill someone. It has a crazy amount of recoil. It's semi-automatic. You can't even see where you're aiming because the lasers are in the way, and it's just not usable. It's, you know, heavy because it's an LMG, and it aims in really slow. So I mean, it's just unusable, and there's so many guns like that. The other laser gun that shoots like a concentrated laser just is so weak that, I mean, you can't say how many shots it takes to kill, but you know, it just takes a long amount of time to kill anyone. And I wouldn't be concerned about that if it wasn't for the fact that Sledgehammer made this game. Treyarch is good about patching things, in my opinion, but Sledgehammer just, this is probably going to be the game we get for the next year, guys. So you should probably, you know, just come to either accept that or, you know, move on, or whatever you want to do. And I'm not saying that you won't like this game, but it just depends on your play style entirely. And I would say, you know, that there's a lot of things that need to be fixed, and that it could become a good game if these things were fixed. But the fact of the matter is, it's just not going to happen. So sorry to be too negative in this video, but I just really wanted to vent, you know, some of my frustrations with this game, and the fact that I don't think that they really, you know, thought things through very much when they were making this game, because it doesn't play like any of the other Call of Duties. And although that you could say, oh, that's, you know, that's original, and you know, you have to adapt to it, ultimately for the most part it just means that a lot of the game types are unplayable, and it's just way too hectic. But again, that's just my 2 cents. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. Give me your opinions on the game, if you like it or not. And other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.